Kevin Mount, and today we're drinking Founders Brew in KBS 2018. So, this was one of the great white whales. Everybody went nuts for it. You couldn't find it. It used to be you had to go out and wait in line to get it, and they must have really increased production this year, because I bought this like a week and a half ago, and I was able to buy, they still had some in stock at my favorite bottle shop, so there is a boatload of it out there this year. So we'll have to see how that affects it. So this is 12.3 ABV, which is a little higher than some other years. Most people, everyone should know, but just in case you don't, it's ale brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in dark bourbon barrels, and they actually age it in a cave underground. And I guess that's it for now. So let's go ahead and give it a crack. Founders is one of the older, and at this point, one of the bigger breweries out there. So let's go ahead and give it a pour and see what we got. As always, if you like the reviews, please subscribe. We're always looking for new friends. And go ahead and leave comments, because we love talking about beer. It's one of the things I always liked about beer. I always thought beer was for friendly conversation, you know, hanging out in the bar room, bullshitting, talking to your buddies. I always thought wine was highfalutin. Now that's kind of changed with the whole craft beer thing. There's a lot of people who are beer snobs. I guess I could probably be called a beer snob too. Can't tell you the last time I just had a macro lager. So, but anyway, enough of that. Color-wise, exactly what you expect from an Imperial Stout. Black as night, cannot see a thing, and you got the nice dark brown head on it. Almost looks like chocolate milk on top. Got a little bit of lacing on the side. It is 12.3% after all, and it is dissipating fairly fast because you do have that high alcohol content. Aroma-wise, bourbon, surprise. Milk chocolate, toasted malt, alcohol, maybe the slightest hint of vanilla, and black coffee. So it's a nice little black coffee roast at the end of it. Taste-wise, so let me do that again, because there is a shitload of flavor in this thing. So it's bourbon up front, a little bit of alcohol. The black coffee really comes in at the back end, as on the back of the taste on the back of the tongue after everything is all done. It's fairly bitter. You have a sharp bitter aftertaste on this one, or a sharp hot bitter aftertaste on this one, which is not normal in a stout, but this one's 70 IBUs, which is probably 2-3 times most stouts. Yeah, and then that black coffee just sits there on the back of the tongue. And if you've ever drank black coffee, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Black coffee just gives you a totally different flavor than if you put cream in it. It's just I mean, it's not even the same. There's a little bit of a dark fruit in there, like a cherry. Yeah, so we got milk chocolate, alcohol, bourbon, dark fruit, black coffee at the back end. But here's the thing. I think this is just a little bit less wow, a little less pow than when I've had this in the past. I was just looking at my list. I've had, this is 18. I did not have 17, but I had 16, I had 15, and I've had 13. So I've had this before. I don't make a big effort to go out and find this the last couple of years. I just must have fallen into it in a few spots. Like I said, I know I didn't even go out of my way to look for it last year. Partly because it's a pretty expensive beer still. It's 24 bucks for a 4-pack. So that's not cheap, and it seems to me in years past when I could only buy like 1 or 2 bottles at a time, it was like $10 a bottle at that time. So that might be why I didn't go after it, because if you spend $10 $10 on one of these, think of all the other beer you can't drink. There's only a limited beer budget. So, anyway, as I said that, slightly subdued. Last time I reviewed this, I gave it a 97. I don't think this version's quite that high. That being said, I am not dogging this. This beer does not suck in the least. This is still a great beer. It's just, like I said, a little more subtle, a little more subdued. The flavors, you got to dig a little harder to dig the flavors out. So score-wise, man, I'm not really excited. I'm not dogging it. It's still an A beer, so we'll give it a 94 out of 100. Till next time, keep drinking.